Most people think Mike Tyson was born in a boxing ring, but the truth is, he was born on a rooftop in Brooklyn, the day a bird died in his hands. Before he became Iron Mike, before he was the youngest heavyweight champion in history, before he bit off Evander Holyfield's ear, Mike Tyson was just a scared kid with glasses, a lisp, and a nickname that haunted him, Fairy Boy.
This is the story nobody tells you. The story of how a single act of cruelty on a Brownsville rooftop transformed a gentle, bullied child into the most feared man on the planet. And it all started with a pigeon. Brownsville, Brooklyn, late 1970s. If you grew up there, you knew two things: keep your head down and never show weakness. The streets were a war zone. Gangs ruled the corners. Gunshots were as common as sirens. And for a pudgy, soft-spoken kid like Mike Tyson, every day was survival. Mike didn't fit in. While other kids played stickball or hustled on the streets, Mike spent his afternoons on rooftops, caring for pigeons. He had dozens of them, cooing, fluttering creatures that he fed, cleaned, and protected like they were his family. Because in many ways, they were. The neighborhood was ruthless. Violence was currency. Weakness was a death sentence. But up on that rooftop, surrounded by his birds, Mike felt safe. He felt understood. The pigeons didn't care that he stuttered. They just existed. Pure, uncomplicated, innocent. He had one favorite. He knew which one it was. The one with the gray-tipped wings. The one that always landed on his shoulder first. The one that looked at him like he mattered. And then one day, a kid named Gary climbed up to that rooftop. Gary was older, bigger, meaner, the kind of kid who got off on fear. He watched Gary grab the pigeon, his pigeon right out of the cage. Mike begged him to stop. His voice cracked. His hands trembled. He did everything a scared 10-year-old would do. Gary laughed. And then, in one brutal motion, he ripped the bird's head off. Blood, feathers, silence. Mike stood there, frozen, staring at the lifeless body, twitching in Gary's hand. Something inside him snapped. Not like a twig, like a dam. Years of bullying, years of swallowing rage because he was too weak, too scared, too soft to fight back. Not anymore. Mike Tyson threw the first punch of his life that day, and he didn't stop. He pummeled Gary until the older kid was on the ground, bleeding, begging. He didn't cry, he didn't scream. He just kept hitting, over and over, like he was trying to kill the old version of himself. Mike didn't feel fear anymore. He felt power. For the first time in his life, he wasn't the victim. He was the monster. That rooftop fight changed everything. Word spread fast. The quiet kid with the pigeons had beaten the hell out of Gary. Mike discovered something dark. Violence worked. Violence gave him respect. He became a terror in the streets, racking up dozens of arrests before he was even 13. By age 12, Mike Tyson had been arrested 38 times. They sent him upstate to the Tryon School for Boys, a place where broken kids went to disappear. Mike thought his life was over. No education, no family, no future. And then, he met Bobby Stewart. Bobby Stewart saw the discipline hiding underneath the rage. Mike was built like a tank, but unnaturally fast. When Bobby put gloves on him, something clicked. Mike didn't just hit the bag. He attacked it. Every punch carried the weight of every insult he'd ever endured. Bobby called a legend, Cus D'Amato. Cus built weapons, not just fighters. When he heard about Mike, he said something that would change history. Bring him to me. Cus didn't see a criminal. He saw a blank canvas, soaked in rage. Perfect. Cus took Mike in as a son. And every single day, Cus whispered the same message into his mind. You are a god. You are unstoppable. You will be the youngest heavyweight champion in history. This wasn't motivation. This was hypnosis. Fighting is about imposing your will, Cus would say. You don't just beat a man, you destroy his soul. Mike became obsessed. The scared kid from Brownsville disappeared completely. In his place stood something else, a destroyer. November 1986. Mike became the youngest heavyweight champion in history. But he wasn't happy. He was empty. Because Cus had died a year earlier. The only father figure Mike ever had. But in that moment, the world only saw the monster. From 1986 to 1989, Mike was a phenomenon. No robe, no socks, just dead eyes. The sound of his punches was different. like a sledgehammer hitting a side of beef. He once said, "I wanted to punch the bone into the brain." This wasn't boxing. This was hunting. Then came Tokyo. Tyson versus Buster Douglas. Mike wasn't training. He was partying. In the 10th round, Douglas unleashed a combination that sent Tyson crashing to the canvas. The unbeatable god had lost. The monster was broken. Prison. Comeback. And then, Holyfield too. Mike wasn't there to box. He was there to hurt. In the 3rd round, Holyfield headbutted Mike. Something inside Mike snapped. Not the fighter, the child. The 10-year-old boy who watched his pigeon die. Mike bit Holyfield's ear. Why? Not to win, but to make him feel the same pain Mike felt as a child. It was primal. It was the pigeon all over again. The world saw a monster, but it was just a broken child in a man's body. Years passed. Mike lost everything. But as he got older, he started talking. Not like a fighter, but like a philosopher. He confronted his demons, and most importantly, he started raising pigeons again. Full circle. Today, Mike admits, "I'm still scared." The question is, what if that pigeon never died? We'll never know, because the monster was made the day innocence lost. Mike Tyson didn't become a fighter. He became a survivor. And sometimes, survival looks like violence. But maybe, just maybe, the boy who loved pigeons is still in there, older, wiser, scarred, but still looking up at the sky, watching the birds fly free.